3-point collectors, and not everyone involved in the title race can say that for this weekend. I know a team that fumbled the lead that they had. I know a team that couldn't take care of business this weekend. And before you Barca fanboys get in my comment section and start crying, we're not talking about you. We are smoking on the finest Atleti pack. Shout out to Getafe. Beating them is not for everyone. But let's not cook these bums too much, because after we knock Atleti out of the UCL on Wednesday, they'll get their cooking in due time. But let's focus on what we just watched, right? The only team in Madrid that actually matters got a big 3 points today because Real Madrid 2, Rayo Vallecano 1. And before we get into it, I need you guys to get in that comment section and let me know what you thought about this game. I also want to know who your man of the match was. Smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Now, this game was not the best performance, but to be honest, I don't care, because at this point in the season, 3 points is all that matters, right? We've not been that good lately in La Liga. Look at how many points we've dropped in the league over like the last month. It's actually been criminal how shit our form has been. And we could not afford to drop anything today, especially after we lost against Betis just last weekend. So even though I'm not happy with how we played, especially in that second half, I will take all the points that I can get because it's the business end of the season. And we're getting lucky with teams helping us out, right? You see Atleti drop points. Barca's game got postponed, right? So they're going to have to play that match against Osasuna at a later date. But point is, we had to take advantage. And in the first half today, I thought we played really well. Aside from them scoring that banger, right? Because the goal that Rayo Vallecano scored, I'm not even mad that we conceded that. It seems like nowadays, the only way that teams are going to be able to score against us is by scoring some very good goals. I don't even know that player's name that scored against us. But I don't blame Lunin for not saving that. That was just a fantastic strike. Hits off the crossbar, bounces in. Aside from that, I don't think that Vallecano really did that much in the first half. Yes, Lunin did have to make a few saves, right? They did have a couple of corners. But for a majority of that opening 45 minutes, we dominated that game in terms of possession. We looked very dangerous in the final third. The midfield was cooking them. Tchouaméni and Luka Modric today were phenomenal. By the way, Luka Modric, my man of the match, 40 years old, still playing at the top level and bossing midfields in certain games. This guy is phenomenal. I would give Luka Modric a 1-year contract extension. This guy is nowhere near being done at the top level. Having a player of that quality either come off the bench or be rotated and start in some games like this is invaluable with the experience that he gives us. Class is permanent. Luka Modric today dropped a man of the match performance. I think the other person that you could put in that man of the match conversation is Vinicius. Because for the first time this new year has started, Vinny has dropped a good first half performance. Now, I don't think he was phenomenal today, right? I think in the second half, just like a majority of our players, he fell off. But that opening 45 minutes, Vinicius was everywhere. Vinicius got the goal. Vinicius was involved in the build-up for Mbappe's goal as well. I think, did he get the assist for Mbappe or not? I'm not sure. But point is, Vinicius was cooking, right? That left side of our attack was causing Rayo Vallecano all sorts of problems. The goal that he scored as well took it very nicely. He was putting the ball into the box. He was beating his man. He looked dangerous. Mbappe got a goal as well. Mbappe's form over the last couple of games, it's been kind of mediocre. Today, he reminded people why he is the best striker in the world. And what I do want to say about our front three is that it's just super weird. It seems like they all cannot cook at the same time, right? Today, Vinny and Mbappe, they played well. Rodrigo was non-existent, right? It seems like one of them or two of them are going to be off if the other person's having a really good performance. It's just super weird, right? I thought that Rodrigo would give us a bit more. He didn't. Point is, in that first half, we were all over them. It was pretty comfortable, right? Now, there were spells where Rayo Vallecano had the ball, and it looked like they might do something, but defensively today, we were good. The midfield, we were pressing them, we were controlling the game, we were dictating the tempo, and we took a 2-1 lead going into halftime. And I thought in the second half that we would kick on from there. But boy, was I wrong. For as good as that second half was, no, as good as that first half was, sorry, the second half, super mid. It's almost like we took our foot off the gas. We were only winning 2-1. And Rayo Vallecano in that second half, they did have some dangerous looking opportunities. But I think the players were more so trying to preserve their energy for the Madrid derby in the UCL in the round of 16 in a few days. That's the excuse that I want to give them, because I refuse to believe that we play like that in the second half during normal circumstances. That was a shit performance. We are literally called second half FC, and we dropped a stinker. The fans were booing. There was no real creativity. We did have a chance to go up 3-0 at one point. Actually, back to the first half. We had a chance to go up 3-0. We blew the opportunity. Rayo Vallecano, they scored a banger. Second half, we had a few chances. We just weren't clinical. And again, I'm not happy with what I saw, but we held on for the 3 points. That's all that matters, bro. We have to keep pressure on Barcelona. We have to keep the pressure on Atletico Madrid, because we've already dropped more than enough points. The fact that I'm still sitting in second in this table after having a 6-7 point cushion a month and a half ago is a disgrace. I'm still not happy about that. So literally, chat, every single game from here on out is a must win. We cannot afford to drop points. So, as I said, I will take it, but we're not happy with it, right? Look, you see, we have a game in hand. No, well, Barcelona have a game in hand over us, right? Because their game got postponed. We're still behind them, but we are level on points. Atletico Madrid, they lost today versus Getafe. They are now sitting third. And the thing is, Barca will drop points again. They will. But we have to make sure that we are doing our job. I did just want to show you guys the La Liga table really quickly. Now, as far as just more individual performances are concerned, Jude Bellingham came back from suspension. And I don't actually think he was that good today. I think he was solid, right? Wasn't bad, but didn't impress me too much, right? Obviously, his defensive work rate is still through the roof, right? This guy is one of the best midfielders in the world. He is able to help off the ball, and he's also involved in the build-up as well. But for somebody that's gotten so much rest over the last few weeks due to the suspensions, I definitely thought that he'd look a little bit better today. Now, he was subbed off, and he does seem like he's dealing with some kind of injury in his leg. Hopefully, he just needs to just rest up, because we are going to need Jude to have a very big performance on Wednesday against Atleti. We are going to need Jude available. So I'm hoping that he's not injured. I think, again, Rodrigo today was just same thing like Jude, average. Not bad, but not that good, right? Had a few good link-up spells in the possession where we were looking a little bit dangerous, but in terms of himself looking like a threat, wasn't really like that. I think Raul Asensio today was okay, right? Asensio's been fantastic since he's gotten his start after Militao got injured, but today wasn't all that good. I actually think that David Alaba was the better player in this matchup, right? I think Fran Garcia, solid. Fran Garcia, in games like this where we're controlling more of the ball, when he's able to overlap, you saw him overlap so many times today. Now, he wasn't able to get an assist or anything like that, but that left-hand side, literally, like, it's dangerous in attack. Fran Garcia, in my opinion, is one of the best crossers of the ball that we have in this team. And you saw it today. Lucas Vazquez, I think, was solid. I didn't really notice Lucas Vazquez throughout this game. So that's a good thing for me because that just means he's not doing that much wrong. I don't think that Lucas Vazquez was that good, but he was solid. He didn't look like a liability in that back line. I think Lunin today, another good performance. Lunin, in my opinion, this is my future #1 goalkeeper, right? Whenever Thibaut Courtois leaves Real Madrid, we don't have to go into the market and buy somebody. We can go and trust Lunin to be our #1. This guy made a couple of big saves today, right? I think that he had a good performance. The goal that we conceded, again, I can't even blame him. The power behind that shot was phenomenal, right? That was a very good goal. And again, it's the second time that we see a goal that is hit very well, just going to the back. I mean, like, what can you do about that, right? So, yeah, them scoring was a little bit annoying, but I don't blame Lunin. Now, the subs that we made, I believe Carlo only made 2 or 3 subs. No, 3 subs. We brought on Valverde for Rodrigo. We brought on Camavinga for Mbappe. And then we brought on Brahim Díaz for Jude. Because obviously Jude was dealing with that injury. Now, I didn't like the fact that Valverde got minutes today. I think that Valverde should have gotten a rest, right? I think that Valverde, we know that he's going through some things on his own with injuries, and I just need him fit. I hope that there's no injury news that comes out from this game, right? But the subs didn't really come on and make that much of an impact. They didn't really change the game. We still kind of struggled in that second half, even though we did have a few chances to extend our lead. I didn't like how close it was at the end. But as I said, all that matters is getting the 3 points. I'm going to give the boys the benefit of the doubt. We have a huge matchup coming up in the Champions League, right? We're going to be taking on Atletico Madrid. We only have a 2-1 advantage going into the Wanda Metropolitano, whatever the hell that shithole is called. It's going to be a very hostile environment. And that game is a bit more important, right? Because it's the UCL. Now, the La Liga title race is very important as well. But we cannot risk overextending ourselves and then having to go play Atleti. We know that's going to be a very hostile match. So I will give the players a little bit of grace. We're not going to crash it out on them today. We picked up 3 points. And we need to continue this form. We need to keep putting pressure on Barca because when they drop points, we need to be able to capitalize on that. Mid-performance today. But let's hope that the boys go out there and give us a masterclass on Wednesday. But, yo, chat, let me know what you guys are saying, right? Who was your man of the match? What did you guys think about this game? And what do you think this is going to do for our form moving forward? Now, yo, make sure that you guys join that Discord. The link is pinned, right? Smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss anytime I drop a new video or I go live. Holla Madrid!